Hey everybody, it's Akfamilyhome. Before we begin, if you want to catch up on the latest Akfamilyhome news, you can like my Facebook page. The links I've kindly put in the description below. So anyway, let's just jump right into the business. Hey there 3DS, today is not your day. Bye. We're not gonna do any 3DS stuff today, but a month ago, I posted a teaser onto YouTube, which said that I will be posting something on October 21st, which is today. The video you're saying, can you guess what video it is? I bet you're not looking at the title at all, because I definitely did not put anything that can spoil the topic inside the title or anything. Anyway, joking aside, I'd like to proudly present to you the there we go, the Game Boy Color. This thing, released in about 1996, I believe. It was the successor to the original Game Boy. Let's not tilt this thing too low, or else it will show my reflection and everyone will go nuts over it. Anyway, this thing, kind of a cool thing. It's the successor to Game Boy, as the name implies. It actually plays games in full color instead of the crazy puke green color that the Game Boy has. Also, it was released in Japan first on October 21st, which is why I'm actually doing this video on October 21st. You see what I did there? Some of you in the comments actually guessed it, so good job. Have a non-existent virtual cookie. So in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at some of the features of the Game Boy Color, as well as checking out some games for it. I don't have a lot, but I'll try my best to show you. So, I've already put batteries in this thing. And let's see, you've got the basic D-pad and BA covers. The controls are basically the same as the Game Boy. There's nothing really special, but on top of here, you've got an infrared port. You can use that infrared port to link stuff, I believe, to exchange things, but you still got the original link cable, because the Game Boy Color was actually compatible with Game Boy games. Let me check this out. Let's see, what do I have here? Well, actually, I got a ton of games, but I got some games, but the only two that I think are like legit games are these two: Mario Land and Tetris. Now, let's take a look at Tetris. Tetris, as you can see, it looks kind of new, but it's got all the stuff you expect out of a genuine Game Boy cartridge, like the screw on the back, the legit logo in front, but the labels has some Chinese subtitles on it for some reason. I believe it's because some kind of like it's some sort of Nintendo subsidiary who got to release these in China, and they just came over here. So I guess this is legit. And there's also Mario Land, which looks totally legit. Well, literally, it looks totally legit. But the label is kind of not legit, because the real label was accidentally washed off, and I didn't want it to look like that because it was ugly. So I made a little label myself printed out from the internet and cut it on here. And as you can see, this is also legit. So yeah. Let's take Tetris, because it was the best-selling Game Boy game. Actually, best-selling because it was bundled in. Next best-selling, I believe, was Pokemon, but I don't have Pokemon. Or maybe I do. So let's plug it in. So the Game Boy Color was compatible with the original Game Boy games, but with with a special occasion. If you open in, the internal ROM of the Game Boy Color actually stores data for like 50-something Game Boy games, and if it detects some of the special games, it will assign it a special color palette, so you can play that monochrome Game Boy game in glorious color. So let's fire this thing up. Can you hear it? The speaker's a bit too, shorty. But if I fire it up, as you can see, the Tetris, normally it's supposed to be in black and white, but now it's in orange. I will take a look at this. Actually, wait. This thing is a bit too small, and it doesn't really have a backlit screen. You have to use the light to shine it, which kind of makes it hard to see. We got a bit of a dilemma right here. I need to find something to record this Game Boy Color, which makes it bigger, and it needs a backlit screen. What do we do here? I have no idea. What should we do? Alright, folks, here we are. Game Boy Color. Playing Tetris, which is an original Game Boy game. As you can see, wait, let's open this up. It's an orange color scheme. the menu, and it also gives different colors to the blocks. So that kind of makes it more easy to see than just looking at the patterns, I suppose. So that's a big plus. I don't know why they came up with Tetris DX when they got this, but I'll definitely take this, which is a good function. I'm so good at Tetris, by the way. Okay, maybe not because that guy over there. Yay! Screw it, guys! I'm killing myself. Yay! To demonstrate more of this, let's switch to a different game. Here we got Super Mario Land for the original Game Boy in its default Game Boy Color scheme, which I find really weird, to be honest. But well, Mario Land is in itself already a weird game, but the color scheme, the default color scheme, is kind of weird. You got that white line on top of the screen. I don't know why that's there. And everything's blue. Everything's blue. The background, everything's blue. I don't get what's wrong with this color scheme. I don't know why, but this is kind of weird. I kind of fell off the cliff. Let's check out the default color schemes. So I usually do this color scheme, which gives it a green look. Also, Mario is red. The sky's white. The Goombas are kind of brown because the red makes them look like brown. I think this is a way better thing. Also, the pipes are green, which makes it just way better. The ground's also green. The sky is white. I think this is the best thing. This is the best color palette. They should have went with this palette as the default one because this one looks way better on the eyes. It's also got some of the blocks and the sky and the Game Boy green style, which kind of adds a bit to the nostalgia. Also, I forgot to mention the game in here. Well, I don't need to do that on the Game Boy Color, but on the Game Boy Advance SP, which is the one I'm playing on right now, you've got the L and R buttons. If you press them, you can change the aspect ratio to make use of the additional screen space. I'm having a seizure over here. So yeah, I guess that's it. I think we've kind of taken a look at some of the Game Boy games already. Let's skip ahead to the Game Boy Color game, shall we? Well, Mario says let's go and just jumps out of the screen, so let's do this. Hate to say this, but I don't have a lot of Game Boy Color exclusive games lying around. Here is Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, I believe. But it's kind of hard to play this on the Game Boy Advance SP because if the let's write this real quick. If the cartridge doesn't quite fit in the slot that perfectly, and you can actually move it around, which makes the game freeze. And what's this save file? Oh yeah, it's just from the beginning. Crap. I had a save file before, but I kind of deleted that. So it just starts me back off at the beginning. As you can see, the color for the Game Boy Color is kind of cool. It's also got double the clock speed and RAM of the original Game Boy, so that's what I meant when it says it freezes. Alright guys, here is the start of the show. And the one that I like the most. It's Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color. I actually have been trying to get this since I got my Game Boy Color at Flea Market. But I can't actually find it until now. Or not now, but until a long time ago. So this is actually a remake of the original Super Mario Bros. Let's go ahead and play me some World 1-1. As you can see, it's freaking awesome. The Game Boy can only handle like Mario Land, which is weird graphic, and also Mario Land 2, which is pretty cool. I think it was the largest game on the Game Boy at that time. But this takes the cake on so much more levels because it's a pixel by pixel replica of an NES game. You can't say no to that. This thing is awesome. They also added a few new modes in this thing, such as like hit the block. Such as Fortune Teller, like a Yoshi and Red Coin Finding Challenge mode, and also various other goodies. And I think these are all epic packages. Just saying, like let's complete the level and show you what they are. Oh yeah, also they enchant some of the graphics as well, like the lava moves and the Toad's jump, the Princess Kisses Mario, all in original NES graphic style. All amazing. It's got this world map, and it can let you replay any level you want. So it's freaking awesome. like I haven't said awesome enough already, let's end the game and see what they have. You got the challenge mode, which is like a challenge mode where you replay each level and find get a high score, find all the red coins, and find the Yoshi egg. I only did the first 4 levels really. Versus game where you link up to somebody else and then do a multiplayer version of this, which is you versus Boo. Cool. And Luigi, that gives you Mario Brothers Lost levels. This is the second time this game has been actually released in the West. The first being the All Stars remake. So that's pretty cool. They also give you albums, which is basically achievements for like clearing World 8-4, getting like a fireworks show, hitting a beanstalk, and saving the peach, and defeating various enemies and burning Bowser's fireballs. These are basically achievements, which are cool. And there's also the toy box, which includes a fortune telling. Yay! Very lucky, I'm awesome. So there's also the mystery box, which you can get extra stuff from the Toasty of Say and Princess from each of the castles, and they'll give you stuff you can print out on the Game Boy printer, which I don't have. So that's pretty cool. They even got these bright things, which is freaking awesome. And also you can edit the... Yeah, this is my screen. You can also edit the music that you play when you select the intro. And that would really be it for my for the Mario Bros. Deluxe. Let's check in something else. Let's turn this thing off. Thank you. So anyway, because I got all these games at the flea market, as well as you can see that the Super Mario Bros. Deluxe cartridge I have here isn't actually the real deal. As you can see, it says game here, which is not the real thing. Because these games are actually pretty hard to find, and I gotta go to like some flea markets to get them. But I also got this. Oh boy, here we go. Multi-carts. Only got one of these though, but this is bound to happen for every Game Boy ever. You might have gotten these, you might don't have these, but these are all from China, and there's like crazy people out there who make these. They can power games out. By the way, look at this. This right here, this square right here in the box, it's Mario Brothers Deluxe. But the game doesn't have that, so that's false advertising. Of course, we definitely should not expect legit advertising from these multi-carts, because it's 66 in 1. Maybe it's not 66 in 1, maybe there's like repeats in there, but this one does not have repeats, so good for you. I'm here for thumbs up here. Thumbs up. Good for you. So let's plug this in and see what it does. Or what games it has. It majorly has Game Boy games, so I'm just gonna show you what Game Boy games it has and like what kind of like special features they have, like the color palette and stuff. All right. So this is the menu for the game. As you can see, there are Chinese subtitles for each game listed here, which is kind of convenient for me, who I can read Chinese, but not for you. Why am I speaking that so slowly? Anyway, there are a couple of games in here. Oh, wait a second. Nothing. Okay. Anyway, so there's a list of games here. I don't think these are all repeats, so these are not repeats, so that's cool. Pokemon Yellow. Let's check this one out first. This is also a Game Boy game, but Game Freak gave it a special color palette because this game stars Pikachu, which is the star from the anime, and they actually gave it yellow looks. Yay. That compressed audio, yo. But that would be it because I can't actually read Japanese. I played a bit, but I didn't save, so. Also, if you want to choose a different game, you just turn it off and turn it back on again. Let's see what else there are. Street Fighter 2. I don't think there's a special palette for this one, so I guess it's a... Yay, Capcom. Yeah, it's in green. I don't think it's actually has a special color palette or anything, but I'm gonna be playing as Ryu and going to China because that is what I chose USA, so whatever. Zangief! Round 1, fight. Boom. That is not a good start. I'm just mashing buttons, so. Mash buttons! Always works in every fighting game that you don't know how to control with, except for Smash Brothers. Oh my god, that is really effective. Not now. Okay, maybe it's not really that effective, okay? You. Round 2. Okay. Does the B button do anything? Oh, it does punches. Okay. Nah, screw it. I'm just gonna kick. I'm getting my butt kicked over here, so let's just turn it off and do another game. I am an asshole. So, let's see what else there are. Let's see. Dr. Mario, which is also a good puzzle game, also simultaneously marketed with the NES game. So basically, your objective is to land the pills and clear the viruses, like a normal puzzle game, which makes you connect for and disappear. So yeah, I don't think there's anything special that could be said about this. Oh my god, I'm so good at Dr. Mario. I should be proud of myself. I don't think they actually have like a special color palette here, but it's great. It's blue, so that's cool. It gives out that Doctor vibe, maybe. Let's see what other game there is that makes use of the color palette. Yeah, Tennis. Tennis was a first part released by Nintendo. I think it got a special color palette. I don't know if this is, but I think it is, because Tennis, you play on the tennis court that's green, and the palette for this thing is green. Like, really green? So yeah, this is definitely a special color palette that's set for the... Oh my god, I'm splashing mouth water on the screen. Sorry about that. Boom! Let's play some tennis! Do I suck at tennis? Yes, I suck at tennis. Let's do that again. Let's try to win this guy. Boom! So apparently if you press B while you strike, you don't... Oh, I hate you. You know what? This is the part where I officially kill you. Oh. Freaking pizzas. Let's not... Oh. Yay! Take that! Okay, that's all I need. Let's just do one more round, I guess. Boom! Oh no! Jesus. Okay, I guess that would be it. What else? Can I... Let's just squeeze one more game in there somehow. Let's see. I don't know. Because some of these are like, most of these are like, obscure Japanese games that I don't know if they actually have special palettes for them. So, Tetris again. I don't know. Well, here is the one Game Boy Color game that they have on here, which is Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. Why would you want to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game on a Game Boy Color? But I would. Okay, it's in color. Dark Duel Stories. I actually gave it to my brother to play because he's a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so I ain't bothered to pick. Well, here are the magnificent colors of this game. I cannot read Japanese. So that'll be it. Game Boy Advance SP, your time is over. Thank you for cooperating, but unfortunately, this video is not about you. This is about the Game Boy Color. You will get your special exclusive game someday, so... let's change our focus back to the Game Boy Color. So that'll be it for the Game Boy Color. I hope you enjoyed this look at its games and like the special stuff it gives you, because this thing is magnificent. It like actually just I actually can't actually put it backwards for a second because it kind of also it just kind of showed my face for a second. I'm gonna censor that out. So yeah, it's magnificent. It kind of like takes Game Boy games and puts them in color, which is freaking awesome. Does your 3DS put DS games into 3D? No, it doesn't. But this Game Boy Color does put them in color, so which just makes it awesome. So I guess that'll be it for the Game Boy Color. If you want to know more about a specific game that's shown off in this video, leave a comment down below. Like, I want to see more of Mario Bros. Deluxe, that I might do a video on specifically on that game. And that will be it for this special look at Game Boy Color on its anniversary in Japan. So, like, comment, subscribe, do anything for this video, and once again, for more updates and upcoming video schedules, check out my Facebook page, links in the description, and I'll see you guys then. MVBBY. Or should I say, because it's not Virtual Boy, it's Game Boy, so MGBBY. Bye.